Hi guys, happy Witchy Wednesday. Okay, so tarot readings are going to be put off because I have to take Mom to the dentist today, so just for today. So everything else is going good. So we will continue tomorrow. So the Hierophant as an archetype. Literally, the video I posted on my public page, facebook.com/ryanjespich, which all the links are down below. If you guys check that out, check my link out. You don't have to like the page or anything, my page. You can just go on and you can see the video that I posted, the Terrifying Secret of Ion by Carl Jung, however you say it. Incredible. I mean, everything just clicked last night. So I was thinking, alright, so I was watching Bates Motel and really trying to get the entire, the psychology of, whoever inspired Norman Bates and Psycho, who was like Ed Gein or somebody like that. Somebody like that, one of the famous serial killers. So it was based on that, but the psychology behind it is incredibly interesting. So the whole Norman Bates thing is his animus, or anima, the female, the divine feminine within, taking over his consciousness, literally taking over, and becoming some type of, archetype in his world. So he literally became his mother. So that was really interesting to see, full on, archetypal possession, displacement of, the consciousness with another, total different consciousness, dissociative personality disorder. It was insane, and that's what they diagnosed him with in the series, though. So, and screw you, Netflix. I hate you. I hate your guts. You canceled Sabrina. Now you're taking off Bates Motel. I'm gonna have to. I don't want your service anymore. I'm not going to pay for that, so no. I hate you guys. I really honestly do. I hate Netflix. So, but that really, it's like, wow. If somebody is that, suppressed, they don't have their, anima and animus in-lined and integrated with each other, with the shadow and with the ego, and, literally, that is insane. How Mother was his anima. And it just completely took over. And then he'd wake up in bed and think, everything was fine. And then, Mother came again. And it was it's insane. It is really insane to use Jungian psychology and kind of go into, these movies and series and see what's going on. I just thought that was really incredible. So that was just like, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. And then they had another thing. I was, listening to another video last night, and it was, I don't know who it was, really young guy, really nice guy, cute guy. He is, I don't know, a psychologist or something in Jungian psychology, depth psychology, all of that kind of psychology. So it was really interesting, and I love what they said. How they had everything just kind of lined up, and I posted that video, so yeah, that's what I want you guys to check out, but it's incredible. So, alright, the archetype of the Hierophant. So, first, here's the Hierophant, obviously. Right, everything is doubled between the pillars. We have temples, or pillars of the Temple of Solomon, I think. That's kind of what that represents to me. We have the keys at the very bottom, and they are crossed, as you can see. And then we have the red indicating probably some kind of authority or rulership of, some kind of domain. And then we have two subjects down here that we can't really tell, but they're twins. So this is like mirroring, kind of, to me. So mirroring what is in the collective unconscious, and that archetype in particular, basically mirroring it back to yourself. So with the Hierophant, here's the definition, the book definition, and I do like this one the best, Complete Guide to Tarot by Eden Gray. Eden Gray. And I do like this one the best because it does give you the correct archetypes, the archetypal meaning. So okay, so the Hierophant, we have a figure seated between two pillars, repeating the theme of duality seen in the pillars behind the High Priestess. So these are the pillars of the Tree of Life from the Kabbalah, one representing mercy and the other representing severity. Or it might be said that one on the right hand is law and the left one is liberty. to obey or disobey. So both are necessary for obedience through compulsion can never bring freedom. Man must choose. So the capitals of the pillars are decorated with mystic symbols of sexual union. So the cross keys at the feet of the Hierophant, 1 gold and 1 silver, are the solar and lunar currents of energy. So the 2 tonsured priests kneeling before him wear palliums to symbolize the yoke of union. So the garment, one is decorated by white lilies of thought, that of other shows the roses of desire. So this master of the sacred mysteries wears the triple crown of a pope, the lower design of trefoils, representing the lower material world. And in Jungian psychology, that would be this world. That would be the serpent, the shadow. So the middle one representing the formative world, and the top tier representing the creative world. So the symbol of 3 is repeated in his staff, revealing the realms of spirit, soul, and body. So the letter W, and at the very top is the Hebrew letter V, or Vav, meaning nail, means of union, link. So here it is used to suggest the linking of man to God through the inner voice. So it is some significance that the number 5 is that of the planet Mercury, ruler of intelligence. 5 is also the number of man or humanity. So the Hierophant represents traditional Orthodox teachings considered suitable to the masses. So he is the ruling power of external religion, whereas the High Priestess teaches only in secret and to initiates. So there's a lot going on in this one. So if he represents, he represents basically, Orthodox, everything, traditional. So this would actually, to me, it would represent traditional witchcraft, bringing balance into your life, bringing all of that kind of balance and acceptance. So you have to accept one extreme, and you have to accept the other extreme. So it's just the same balance, it's the same pole, only one extreme to another, such as hot and cold, same. Good and evil, same. So we have that going on with the poles, or the pillars. The Hebrew, I don't know. I can't see the Hebrew letters at all. I can't see those Hebrew letters whatsoever. These cards are really, really, really old. So yeah, this could, literally represent, basically to me it represents kind of, more so of, just kind of, following, what we went through with the, who did we do yesterday? The Emperor? Yeah, we did the Emperor. So just kind of, sticking to what we have come across, the knowledge that we've revealed, that we've uncovered within ourselves, and actually kind of just sticking to, ritual, routine. So this could represent, an archetype of, OCD on a lower vibe, which is me. And then we have a higher vibe, which represents, as above, so below. We have, everything kind of just connecting in the union of ourself, again, with the integration of our shadow, the integration of the animus and the anima within ourselves, within the mind, bringing us to the highest point, and that could be represented and seen in the crown, would be the Jungian self. So that would be, ourselves. Once we are complete, we can't go anywhere else. So once we reach that highest point, where do we go? We go back to the void, to nothingness, and then we return and we do it all over again. Which I'm really tired of doing that, reincarnation, I really hope that's not. I don't want to come back. I'm tired of it. My luck, I'll come back right now to this second and in the same body. So yeah, we do have a lot going on there. I just love how everything is doubled. So double the power, double the energy, double the, mercy and justice, and then we have rebellion, and so there's got to be that balance. So I see this as like a social balance within, democracy, not necessarily democracy, but, balance in religion, balance in, nature, balance in our lives, balance in within ourselves, balance within, political system, judicial systems, which obviously, you guys know. So yeah, this is just all about balance. So what can you guys take from the Hierophant? What exactly would you take from him? We have the keys, so we do have those keys that are pretty interesting. And they do represent, I mean, they remind me of Hecate. So that would be, you know, follow the traditional ways of, you know, honoring these, you know, archetypes. So drawing back that archetypal wisdom from the collective unconsciousness, which, you know, our ancestors, we're a product of all of our ancestors. Boom, here we are. Okay, so yeah, we've gone through all of that. So that to me would totally represent, you know, having that knowledge of the ancestors, the inherent knowledge, which inherent means, you know, already embedded within our, you know, our collective, you know, well, our subconscious mind, and then it kind of seeps out into the conscious mind, and we speak it. We don't know really when it's going to happen. Some people do, some people don't. I mean, I do and kind of don't. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I really like this card. So, you know, I could take this as, okay, well, I'm going to do everything, you know, the traditional way. You know, I'm going to, you know, have a traditional marriage, a traditional family. But it's the 21st century and really traditional, quote, very big air quotes on that one. Very, very, take it with a big, big grain of salt. The biggest, like, chunk of salt you can find. Yeah, there's not much, you know, traditional, you know, marriage and stuff anymore. And it shouldn't be like that. It should be, you know, diversity. So this also does represent, you know, order within chaos, order within diversity too. So the family structure, the family unit, government, you know, the principles ruling over magic, natural, or, you know, nature, all of that, you know, the laws of nature. We could do the 7 hermetic principles with this card. So it's very, very, I mean, very, very traditional, you know, very following all of what is actually going on and how he or she actually practices, and, you know, basically practice what you preach is what this card's all about. So it's a really good card. It's a really good card to reflect on, just to kind of see where you're at in your life. Are you balanced? Are you not balanced? What kind of balance do you need? Are you rebelling? Are you, you know, cooperating? You know, sometimes it's better to cooperate than it is to rebel. A lot of times it is better to cooperate than to rebel. You know, like if you cooperate with the police, if you're completely honest with them, you know, they're not that bad. They are not that bad of people. So these could represent people up, you know, in a higher power of status, you know, status quo. Police chiefs, you know, firemen, you know, judges, and all those kind of people. So you have to have that complete balance, and so does the, you know, so do the police, so do the judges in the court systems, and so do the people in, you know, the office, you know, the president, even the president. You have got to embody that balance within yourself, balance with your people. So you have to please everybody. You can't please everybody. Nobody can please everybody. So, and the president can't, neither can anybody else in this world, except for spirit. So, and then when we're done with this earthly experience, we kind of go back, you know, up to the void, and we get, either we reincarnate. I do believe that we come back and we reincarnate again. We haven't learned everything. We haven't completely, you know, embraced the Hierophant's spiritual teachings and that knowledge and that balance within ourselves. So, yeah, that is pretty much like the apex right there of a good, you know, system, having a good routine down, even if it just represents, you know, to you, your diet, exercise, waking up feeling good, having, you know, morning exercise, coffee, going for a jog, a walk, a run, you know, one of those 10K marathons, all of that. So, I mean, you know, your daily job, your daily practice, your daily routine, every little tiny thing, down to the day and times you feed your dog. That literally is what this represents. So that's the archetypical symbol of the Hierophant, of what that, you know, actually represents to us. So what do you guys feel about this card? It's pretty interesting. It does kind of remind me of Gemini because of the duality, but it also, you know, represents the integration. To me, this is showing me the integration of the Anima and the Animus within ourselves, so that we can find that balance, and so that we can, you know, harmoniously, you know, work our magic, make our magic work, make it work harder. We'll make ourselves work harder, so our will is actually projected. So we have that. I mean, I could go on and on and on. The more I look at it, the more it just, you know, it triggers. These are going to trigger your subconscious mind. So that's the whole point of Ion, the book by Carl Gustav Jung, is to actually, you know, you have been conditioned to actually, you know, do, I mean, okay, what do I want to say? How do I want to say this? You haven't been really conditioned, but you have this inherent subconscious thing that makes you do what you do, that makes you go to different, websites, literally, like the algorithms. So you have your own algorithms within yourself that, kind of make you go to, kind of, if you're like a far left extremist, a right extremist, middle ground, or you just don't care. So that's kind of, what I'm trying to get at. It's kind of hard. It's really hard to explain it with Jungian psychology. But yeah, this card it's pretty important. It's really important. It could also represent, for me, traditional witchcraft. So it could represent the Grand Master, the Grand Magus, or the Witch Father, the one with the the cloak and the horned mask, and so that could represent that. Within traditional witchcraft, so sticking to your tradition, to your family, to your roots, and then we have family that comes in from this card too. So keeping your traditions and your family alive, being with your family, and doing like simply by doing your Christmas tree together, or your Yule tree, or whatever you want to call it. That is family tradition. So that's keeping that alive. So this is kind of preserving things that we cherish within ourselves and within our families and within the family unit, and then also outside within society. So it's all about the balance. I do get a really big the court judicial system with this card. So, but then again, it also, I'm back and forth with more like family. So also being in tune with nature. We have a liminal space right here. The Hierophant sits between two pillars, which is a liminal space between. So knowledge comes from the liminal places. So he's becoming aware of everything that is going on. So the energies around him, the Loki or land spirits, the energies of the land, which is liminal, the liminal spirits, and that is becoming in traditional craft. So, I guess, in Native American traditions, in culture and spirituality and others, you go outside and you just listen. You become, and that is what that is representing to me too. So becoming more in tune with everything around you so that you can use that energy in more of an orderly fashion. So kind of you're creating order out of chaos. So you're being able to decipher between, okay, so right and wrong, obviously. Okay, so is this my voice or is this the voice of spirit? Who knows? You're going to be able to decipher with this card, with the Hierophant. That's what the Hierophant is teaching us. Discipline, decipher, to be able to decipher, right, wrong, morals, ethics, all of that. There's so much that goes into this card. So much. So yeah, we do have that Pope figure too. But, he's not the Pope. The Hierophant is far from a Pope. But it could represent a Pope, that kind of figure. So, very traditional. Again, very, very, very traditional. It could represent a family member. That's very traditional. Or it could represent yourself. Something that you need to break out of. Free yourself from this kind of structure. It could be a negative, a lower structure. So, and then you need to balance yourself. Left brain, right brain. Frontal cortex, the cerebrum cortex, whatever, that's in the back of the brain. Yeah. So that's, everything coming together. And we do have the pineal gland, which is, pretty much lit up like a Christmas tree, or, somebody on Christmas that's pretty drunk. So we have that. So that's like, opening up the third eye. Once we have the balance within ourselves, within spirituality, we can actually, open up that third eye and we can see beyond the liminal space that the Hierophant sits in. So it's pretty interesting. I like this card. So yeah, what do you guys think? How do you guys apply this to your life? The different ideologies behind this card, the meaning, and there's just so much that goes into this card. It's crazy. So, but I think that's pretty much it. Stonemasonry. People that work with stonemasonry, or archaeologists, sticking to their their formulas, alchemists sticking to their formulas that are very precise, scientists that are sticking to their formulas that have to be exact, like with vaccines and the flu shot and all of this stuff that's going on, they have to be very, very precise so they don't kill people, right? We have that balance. They know what they're doing. They have been trained in that field. So we do have that traditional orthodox training of administration of medication, administration of psychological advice, therapy, talk therapy, trauma therapy. So everything everything. It doesn't always have to be a bad card. It can be a very good card too, but you know, traditional can become a traditional extremist. So yeah, it can get kind of grim with that. No pun intended with the grim. I've been watching Grimm. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, you can either break free from a negative, you know, cycle like this, or you can actually embrace, you know, something that does need order in your life. So I like that card. Didn't like it before, but I do now. I don't know why. So let's do a little bit of coffee talk and see what's going on. I just found it really interesting though, with the whole, you know, Jungian psychology, and it's really making sense with those cards too, to actually use the Jungian psychology to kind of interpret and help me to better understand the cards. So it is like therapy when I read for people now. It's more getting to the root of the problem, like we did yesterday. Lupe, we got to the, you know, a breakthrough for the root of the problem of what's going on. You know, the anima is, you know, kind of more inherent in him, and the animus is more inherent in her, which makes her act like a tyrannical, crazy man taking on too much masculinity. So we can use Norman Bates as an example here. He took on the animus, or the anima, way too much. It possessed him, literally. So he displaced his consciousness, set it aside, put him to sleep for that moment, like hypnotism. And then that mother figure, that archetype of the mother figure, totally took possession of him. So it was pretty crazy, down to where he had to get the wig and wear her clothes, and literally the way she moved, everything that he did, he copied everything that she did. It's insane. It literally is insane. Young to Live By. That's who I was watching. Amazing. It's just seriously amazing stuff to look at. So, but yeah, it's very helpful stuff. The Lenormand tarot cards, fortune-telling cards, sorry, those are very Jungian based, so they have a lot of Jungian psychology within them, like a lot. Where are my comments? There we go. So yes, the Lenormand tarot cards, they're pretty interesting when it comes down to, you know, incorporating, you know, and integrating the Jungian psychology. Careless, hello, have a nice day everyone, and stay safe. Love from Mars. By the way, I love the statue. Thank you. Baphomet? Oh, I've had him forever. I've had him forever. Again, we could represent Baphomet, or we could connect Baphomet with the Hierophant. So very interesting. Katana 89. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Ryan. Sorry if you're busy. I sent you an email about paying for a Ouija reading. Would you be willing to pay for a one-time Ouija reading? Do you accept PayPal, and do you charge by question or time? I don't know what my prices are this month. I'm not currently doing Ouija sessions. So let me see what my prices are for this month. Next month I will be doing Ouija sessions more. I just have a lot of personal stuff going on, so this month though, Ouija is $60, so it usually varies around that price. I don't even know if I got your email. I get so many emails a day. It's crazy. So I hope that helps. I'm sorry. I would rather do tarot readings right now. It's kind of more personal to me with the Ouija now. I don't record what I've been doing with the board, and you know, it's just kind of more personal right now while I go through changes and, you know, shift my energy and focus on, you know, bettering myself and, you know, kind of coexisting with, you know, more of a negative atmosphere. And yeah, you know what I mean? I hope. Don't be sorry. But yeah, I've been busy. Don't be sorry. You're not bugging me. Nobody's bugging me. So don't ever think that. Okay, Gustavo. Woohoo, moon. Yes, and I love what's going on. Everything is adding up, Gustavo. Alright, Careless. I missed it. Aw. I'll be live tomorrow. I promise. So, well. Hope to make it next time. Have a nice day. Love from Mars. I love you. You're amazing. Alright, yeah, Careless. Yeah, mixing Jung with pop culture made it way more digestible. Easier to get. Love from Mars. Have a nice day. Aw. I love it. That's why I incorporated Ouija into pop culture. hence Ouija Pop. Didn't even know I was doing kind of a similar system that, you know, Carl Jung did. Jung, sorry. Alright, Gustavo is Hazel Power, definitely. Definitely. Milk Tree. As soon as I clicked on this video, I immediately fell in love with your channel and, oh my god, subscribing. And I'm not even 10 minutes in the video. Aww. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That does mean a lot to me. That really does mean a lot to me. Oh, Boo! Hi, Boo! Ashley! My Ashley, I love you. I love you so much. I miss you. Pragnum Breaker. Hi, how are you? Who else? Falcon Moon. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. They call me Joey. Hello. Who else? Soul of Thorns. Hi. I still love your name. Still reminds me of bronchitis, though. I don't know why. Spirit Files. I find... I don't know why I always want to say flies. I think sometimes my words, I see the letters kind of turn around, so it just makes me... And then I type the letters that way, too. Like and will be D-A-N. DNA. Oh, that's DNA backwards is and. So, okay, Kim, I'm a Kim Lehman, I love you so much. Skyly Sullivan, Amber Hawkins, I love you very much. Alright, guys, I think that's it for today. So, yeah, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. I do feel a new book coming, but it's going to be a long time before that comes out because it's going to be really, really big and it's going to be a lot longer. And it's going to actually be, yeah, a lot better from the rest of my books. Except for, you know, Love Letters from Lucifer. So. Alright, guys. I hope you guys have a great Witchy Wednesday. Please stay safe. Yeah, stay safe. And health, sending health and all the goodness to you guys. Love, all that. So I love you all the way from Venus. All the way back down. There we go. And I will see you all tomorrow. So. Please be safe, guys, and I love you all very much.